Hi there, this is Indy, and I am one-third of the beauty blogging trio at Cosmetic. And this is my very first beauty-related YouTube video, so hopefully this will be fun. The purpose of this video is what we call an unboxing video that people have started doing for the various beauty and sample subscriptions that are out there. And what I have today is my very first Glossybox, which just came in the mail this afternoon. I'm pretty excited because I wasn't actually expecting it until Friday, which I wasn't terribly happy about considering the fact that it shipped from New Jersey, which is just across the river from where I live in Manhattan. So I was a little bit disgruntled with the service, thinking I would have to wait a week just for the box to cross the river, but luckily it got here today, which is not too bad considering it was shipped out on Friday, so it's actually pretty reasonable. So as you can see, I haven't opened the box yet at all. I purposely wanted this one to be surprised because I've been checking out beauty subscriptions for a little while, and I've tried a few others, but all of the other ones I tried, I knew exactly what was in the box, either because it's a part of the service where you know beforehand what you're getting, which initially was something that I was very adamant about wanting from a beauty subscription, because I wanted to actually make sure that I was spending my money on something that I would actually want. And then for my first Birchbox from a couple of weeks ago, I accidentally spoiled myself because they had actually sent me out an email newsletter before I ever received my box. And I clicked on the link that allowed me to see what was in the box, so in that case, I also knew what was in it before it arrived. So this is my very first beauty box where I haven't known what's inside. I've purposely been avoiding reading any kinds of spoilers, which has been hard because one of my favorite pastimes lately has been spending time on the Makeup Talk forums. And I realized after Friday, when some people initially started getting their boxes, that I would basically have to stop checking most of the posts in the forum that I would normally read, because it was becoming harder and harder to avoid spoilers. In fact, I may have accidentally spoiled myself on one of the items. Totally unintentionally, somebody had posted something in the Birchbox open trade thread with a Glossybox item, which I wasn't too terribly happy about, and that's why I was pretty ticked off that I haven't been able to really even check people's trade posts because I'm too scared of seeing something that was in this month's Glossybox. So, without further ado, I guess it's time to open this up and see what's inside. So this is actually the third box that Glossybox has sent out here in the US. They've been around for a little while longer in Europe, and what I've heard is that this is the first month that they've started sending out slightly different boxes. They say that they're headed in the direction where, sort of like Birchbox, you have a beauty profile, and based on that it's going to send you a slightly more customized box, which people actually surprisingly aren't too happy about, because the main complaint about Birchbox is that even though it's supposedly customized, it's not always very clear how the items that you get relate to your beauty profile, and there's a lot of box envy that happens when some people get great boxes one month and then other people get terrible boxes. Alright, so I've opened this up, so let's see what's inside. So the first thing that I can see, there you go, is a small magazine. It's called the Glossy Mag. It's for July 2012, even though this is supposed to be considered June's box. And it also says Summer's Natural Beauty. I guess it's supposed to be the theme of this magazine for the month. It's pretty small. I would say this is roughly half the size of a normal magazine. Let's see, I have a couple of magazines here. Yeah, so this is a regular whole living, and then it's roughly half the size in paper. And it's not terribly thick. But, I mean, considering that this company hasn't been around for terribly long, I would say it's pretty interesting that they're already coming out with their own magazine to include. I'll check later to see how much it relates to what's actually in the box. So the only other thing in the box is the actual Glossybox, and it's pretty big, and there's a decent weight to it. I pulled a Birchbox for comparison, so this is the regular Birchbox size, this is the Glossybox size, so it's not quite twice as big, but it's close to it, and it's taller too. So that's promising. Quite excited. This is where we should have a drum roll, but I'm not going to do it. Alright, I'm trying to do this elegantly. Okay, so taking off the top, which has the Glossybox logo on the inside. The quality of the box is extremely nice. I see a package wrapped with ribbon, and there's a card on top that says Summer Simplicity. As the weather heats up and you head to the beach, it's time to get back to basics and let your natural skin glow. This month's Glossybox allows you to do so. Treat yourself to lush products that will revitalize your face, pamper the body, enrich your locks, and add a luxurious aroma of summer notes. With your natural beauty restored, all you need to worry about is which bikini to wear. Well, that's not terribly exciting for me. You can probably already start to see on the back of this, but I would rather see the products first before I read on the card what's actually in it. But I'm really hoping for more cosmetics than skincare. And I have specific enough hair needs that I don't know if there's any hair product that would really make me happy. And I definitely don't like perfumes, so I don't know how to feel about that card. So I just unwrapped the ribbon, and there's also a tiny sticker that's holding the tissue paper together. I was trying not to rip it, but it's almost impossible not to. Well, it definitely seems like there's quite a bit of stuff in here. This is what I see immediately after opening up. So the first thing is a card that says My Skin Reborn, from a brand called Hava. Some sort of skincare brand. And then immediately below that is this little package from V Beauté, I guess it's supposed to be pronounced. Also looks like it's skincare. There's a very tiny little tubes. Trying to get the glare off. But they are definitely some of the smallest skincare tubes I have ever seen. About the size of a finger and only a little bit wider. And there's a intense brightening agent, an everyday cream, and a nourishing repair eye cream. I guess that's okay. I like eye creams, but overall still not too terribly excited. Then the next thing is a tiny little perfume sample. Let's get the glare off. It says A Perfume Organics. It's a Manhattan-based company. I guess that's interesting. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Wow, the glare is pretty terrible. Well, first things first, this bottle is like, it seems even smaller than a regular perfume vial, and then it's not even half full, so that's not great. And then the other thing is that there's it seems like 4 different fragrances that they are advertising here, and there are checkboxes next to it, so you would think that they would check off which one they gave you, but they didn't. So, not thrilled about that. Alright, the next thing is this smooth shave cream, Fab Legs. I guess Fab is the company, First Aid Beauty. It says daily essentials with Fab antioxidant booster used to obtain a silky smooth shave. Minimizes nicks and razor irritation, provides a close, long-lasting shave, softens, smooths, and moisturizes. This is a 2 fluid ounce bottle, so I'm guessing this is probably full size. I mean, this is it somewhat in relation to my palm, but it's a fairly thick and full bottle. I guess I'm alright with this. I mean, there's something about shave cream that doesn't seem particularly luxurious. I feel like no matter how you try to dress it up. But the good news is that I don't currently have any shave cream. It's one of those things that I never actually remember to buy. So this I will actually definitely use. The next thing is this little jar container from Wella, which is a hair care brand. And this is a moisturizing treatment for fine to normal hair. Well, that's also not great because, like I said, I have pretty specific hair care needs, and I would not say that I have fine to normal hair. So I will either put this up for trade or give it to a friend who will be able to make use of it probably. Right, next is this bottle from Ahava, or that was, I guess, from the card before. It's a Mineral Botanic Velvet Cream Wash for sensitive skin. Alright, and then I guess the scent is Hibiscus and Fig. And it's a body wash with healthy Dead Sea minerals. I guess I will open this up at least to see how it smells. It smells alright. It's not too... It's earthy, but it's at the same time it's clean and feminine without being fruity. I think if I can't figure out what to do with that, I might just give it to Catbot because she actually has sensitive skin. And then the last thing it looks like is this eyeshadow ice in Dumb Plum. So the funny thing is I mentioned before that I may have accidentally spoiled myself on one item, and this is actually it. Like I said, somebody had posted to the Birchbox open trade thread and said that they had gotten this item in their Glossybox. And so, at that point, you know, it was difficult to contain my curiosity, so I went to the website because I'd never heard of this brand, which is Ofra Cosmetics. I went and looked up this product, which is kind of I guess it's the idea is it's an eyeshadow and a primer in one. The good news is, like I said, this is Dumb Plum is what the color is called. And the girl who had advertised on the thread in the Makeup Talk forums had gotten this jet black one. And of course I immediately went and talked to Catbot about this and said, you know, hey, I think I may have figured out one of the items in Glossybox accidentally. And I told her, I was like, you know, I would actually be okay with this as long as it is not the black one. Because I looked at all of the other colors that were available for this product, and I would be pretty happy with anything but the black, because I really can't pull off blue-based blacks at all, and I don't wear heavy eye makeup to begin with. But so this looks like it's a kind of a neutral. I mean, it is a pretty plum color, but I would say it's leaning definitely more towards sort of a neutral shade than obviously kind of pink or red. So that's good. I feel like this is actually a color that I can probably pull off. And I think this is the full-size product that we got. I mean, I'm guessing that this is the sort of thing where it's pigmented enough that you only need a tiny little bit, so this will last quite a while. I guess the bad news is that out of all of it, that's really the only product that I'm excited about. So let's just double check. Yeah, it looks like that's it. The rest is just some packaging material. So I'm just going to quickly check the magazine and see how it relates. So it looks like there's a couple of articles, there's an ad for Ahava, some recommendations, I guess, from how to get different looks, do Kiss Beauty. Just a little thing about nail polish. See, when I briefly just leafed through this before, I saw this thing about nail polish and I got a little excited because that's really the one cosmetic item that I consistently get the most excited about. And I'd hoped, after the previous glossy boxes contained full-size nail products, that this one would too. But unfortunately, no such luck. Well, I guess it doesn't seem like the magazine has much to do with this month, other than that there's a couple of brands like Ahava that have some ads in there. Although I guess it's possible that some of these other items are some of the products in the other boxes. So I don't know. And then the card before, the back of the card that I was reading, had a little bit more information about each of these products. So I guess the shave cream is not full size. The full size is 6.8 ounces, so this is roughly a third. The sample that we got is roughly a third of full size. But I was right. The Ofra Cosmetics product is full size. The eyeshadow. Wow, the V-Beauté products, these tiny samples, are ridiculously expensive for the full size. One of them is $150. So I don't know at that price point if I want to even try those, considering the fact that there's almost no chance that I'm ever going to buy those anyway. The Wella is decent, $12 for a full size. Yeah, so I guess this is it, and then at the bottom it also says, remind you to go back and provide feedback on the products in the box, and you'll get 20 glossy dots per review, which count towards a free box. So that's definitely something to consider. I mean, I would say, like I said, initially I would say the only things that I'm tempted to even try are the eyeshadow and the shave cream, and the rest I will probably either trade, or give to Catbot or someone else. But I would like the glossy dots just for a chance to possibly get a free box at some point, so I don't know, I'll have to think about it, but overall, I would say I'm not terribly thrilled about this glossy box. If I were to give it a score from 1 to 10, I would say right now I'm leaning about a 3 or a 4. I definitely don't know that I would say that this was worth $21, or I guess with tax I paid $22.68 or something like that. So that's disappointing. But I'm resolved, like a lot of other people did, to kind of give it the 3-month test. And I guess now I can go on the forums and check to see what other people have gotten. And, you know, it's quite possible that I got one of the lamer boxes. So, even though that would be unfortunate, at least it would still, I guess Glossybox would make a better impression in my eyes if it turned out that they were actually giving out some better products than this. And that maybe this time I just got unlucky. And at least now that I've gotten into the trading, if other people did get other products, there's still a chance for me to try some of those. Because the one thing that I've learned is that things that don't appeal to me at all actually appeal a lot to other people, and vice versa. I guess it's the age-old saying of one man's trash is another man's treasure, although in this case I wouldn't say that any of these are trash per se. They're just not relevant to my interest or my skincare needs and things like that. So that was it for my June Glossybox. I guess the next video I put up will probably be my next Birchbox, which I guess I would expect at some point next week. Hopefully it'll get here before I go out of town, because I am out of town for the last 2 weeks of July, but they generally get here pretty fast, and I mean, because this one is also based in New York City, so shipping ideally shouldn't take too long. So yeah, I guess if you enjoyed this video, hopefully you can look forward to that. Alright, thank you.